come to the Spirit, the three in one. I come to the water, just as I am, oh God, make me new once again.
Well, good morning. Welcome to Fridays with Francis. It was late on a Friday afternoon, and I was riding in a tour bus in Israel. And we approached the city of Tiberias, there on the Sea of Galilee. Ours was just one of several buses that converged upon the city that afternoon. And of course, it being late on a Friday afternoon, it meant that in just a short while, the city would enter into Sabbath observance, which means that everybody had to hustle around to get the work done that they needed to get done so that they could stop at sunrise and not be working on the Sabbath. It was pretty frantic. You can imagine when that many buses converge on one hotel, and all of the workers are trying to put the luggage in designated places so they can be taken to the room, and it was wild. The lobby of the hotel was full of people from all over the world. And this boy from Bladen County was a bit bewildered, not knowing which way I was supposed to go or what the next turn was to be, trying to figure out how I was going to find out where my room was and then hope that my luggage got there. I was in a state of perpetual confusion. It was in the midst of all that something amazing happened. There in a lobby filled with people, complete and total confusion all around me, I heard somebody call my name. No, it was unmistakable. It was my name. But to tell you the truth, when I heard the name Francis, I thought, somebody here in Israel's got my name. Well, then I heard it again, and I thought, oh, that can't be a coincidence. Somebody's calling me. And as I looked around, it took me a few moments, but I looked across the lobby, and way over on the other side of the lobby, I saw Barry. Now, Barry was a fellow that I had known in seminary, but I hadn't seen him since we had graduated from seminary. He was from the Virginia Annual Conference, and it was amazing. He saw me from a distance. He knew it was me, and he was able to call out loudly enough that the confusion did not drown his voice out. And he called, and I was able to hear. And in a moment that had previously been chaotic, it became a celebration. Barry and I made our way across the lobby, and we met up with each other and gave one another a hug, and just for a few moments had a chance to catch up a little bit, to find out where each of us was serving and that sort of thing. It was remarkable that somebody in that kind of environment, that kind of place, far removed from where either of us called home, would be able to call me by my name, and we would be united. I think of that image very often because there are many moments in my life, have been in the past, are in the present, and may certainly be in the future, in which it seems that the the ruling voice in my life is confusion. Life seems to be filled with chaos. And in the midst of that chaos, what I long for, what I need, is for someone to call my name. That's the way God works. God calls our name. I love the passage in Scripture that comes from Jeremiah chapter 1, verse 5. Jeremiah said, "Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. And before you were born, I consecrated you. I appointed you a prophet to the nations." Have you ever thought about that? Have you ever considered the fact that before you were even formed as a human being, God knew you? That even before anyone on earth called your name, God knew it. That before there was any person with whom you entered into a relationship, God already sought a relationship with you. That means that God knew you before you were born. God knew you after you were born. And God knows where you are in this present moment and where you're going in the future. You're not here by accident. You're here on purpose. Yes, I know. Particularly in a season like we're in at this moment. Life can be more an experience of chaos. It can be awfully like the experience I had that Friday afternoon. I didn't know if I was coming or going or what. Life can be that way. And sometimes it just sort of sneaks up on us, and suddenly we discover that nothing is the way we anticipated it to be. It's in those moments that the voice of God speaks our name. And that voice says, "I knew you before you were born. I know all this is going on. I've not abandoned you. I know you even now." And as he said to the patriarchs, God says to us, "You are my people, and I am your God." Oh, what comforting words those are. Those are powerful words. Well, you just bear in mind that when it seems that no one on the planet Earth knows your name, God does. Well, this week is the week that Methodist preachers are in annual conference. That's where a lot of decisions are made and appointments are set, and pastors either return to churches they've been serving or they move to a new assignment. And every year at this time, my mind goes back to one particular occasion. It was my very first annual conference. You go in and you register, and they gave you a little registration packet. And with the registration packet, there were things in there like a name tag that was color-coded so you would know in what topics and items you could vote on, and what items you were not qualified to vote on because of your ordination status, if you were fully ordained or if you were on your in the process of being ordained. Well, I was pretty amazed by all this. It was an exciting time. It was a nervous time. So I went through, got my registration packet, put my name tag on, and I began to walk around annual conference. A lot of people, most of whom I did not know. Only 2 or 3 of the people there I knew. And I remember walking into Reeves Auditorium at Methodist University, at Methodist College at that time. And as I walked around the corner and started to enter the door, I encountered another minister walking out. I did not know him. And he stuck out his hand and said, "Well, Francis, I'm in the district that you're moving to. Welcome to the Rocky Mount District." I was amazed. I said, well, thank you. I appreciate that. He said, "You're going to have a great time. We've got a great group of pastors up there. You're going to have a wonderful time." And he began to ask me some questions about seminary and if I was going to be driving back and forth and all those kinds of things. And then when he sort of finished what he had to say, I said, "Could I ask you a question?" He said, "Sure." I said, "How did you know my name?" He pointed to my chest. He said, "It's on your name tag." Well, that was pretty embarrassing for me. I played it off somehow, saying, "Well, I'm awfully glad you told me what it is, since I can't read my name tag upside down." But it's amazing, isn't it? We don't have to wear a name tag. And anywhere we go, God knows our name. So that's my thought on this Friday morning. Give you the opportunity to think it through a little bit and listen for God calling your name. And know that even before you were formed in the womb, God knows your name. Well, that's it for today. I hope that you have a wonderful weekend, and I pray that you will go with God and go in peace.
I come to the Father, I come to the Son, I come to the Spirit, the three in one. I come to the water, just as I am, oh God, make me new once again. I've traveled so far from family and home, from the God who knows me as one of God's own. By baptism waters, I've stood before the Lord. Oh God, won't you cleanse me